I have hopes, but I want to believe that there should be concrete steps on which I can stand and bank my hope with faith and say something should happen by intervention for AshantiGold to come back.
AshantiGold S.C. was the pride of Obuasi and the third force in the Ghana Premier League behind the two biggest clubs in Ghana. Asante Kotoko and Hasselfolk is currently disbanded. The Obuasi-based club was demoted to the lower ranks following their involvement in a match-fixing scandal.
I pity myself and I pity the questioners because the point is, where is the right place to go?
I've stopped watching Ghana Premier League. Never throughout my life, AshantiGold is the only team that I know.
The fight against match fixing seems endless in Ghana football. Although the issue has always been a major concern, there really hasn't been any concrete evidence to punish perpetrators until July 2021. In a viral video, Inter-Allies defender Hashmin Musa came on against AshantiGold and scored 2 deliberate own goals in the final 12 minutes. The said player later claimed he did that to prevent a pre-planned wager that had been placed on the Ghana Premier League game's final score. Both teams were demoted to Division 2, with some players and officials punished. But AshantiGold failed to oblige to the punishment of the FA, taking the matter to court. 1 year down the lane, stakeholders, supporters and people of Obuasi are just hanging on hope, waiting for the revival of AshantiGold S.C.
The Drew Sunday and 1 year DJ ni Obuasi. Obuasi ye nipo ye ni baby ye DJ ni ka football no.
Ghana paying for a ban and mines no han one boa na team ni sorry.
Since its inception in 1978, AshantiGold has won the Ghana Premier League on 4 occasions, one-time winner of the FA Cup and runners-up of the CAF Champions League. The Obuasi-based club was the baby of AngloGold Ashanti since its formation until 2018, where Dr. Kweku Frimpong took over the club after the mining company decided to release ownership rights to interested investors. But former board member for AshantiGold, J.A. Akon, believes the managerial system instituted by Kweku Frimpong has brought the club to its knees.
These are individuals who played their part in the team. But even then, they couldn't have their way. They have to pass through a structure, reporting structure. So the structure was strong for everybody to play the role. But in the case of Dr. Frimpong, I think in the relationship, it lacks some ingredients in the governance structure.
He also believes that the GFA was unfair to AshantiGold as their reason for demoting the club was not factual.
The chairman of the club was punished and the chief executive was also punished. So the question is, why was AshantiGold also punished? Because looking at the development, AshantiGold as a team was not a beneficiary of the betting.
Many of the players of the club have joined other teams following the dissolution of AshantiGold. But goalkeeper Dennis Votre opted to pause on football and divert to teaching.
Currently, I'm a professional teacher. And I'm doing my teaching. I'm focusing on the teaching for now. I'm with a club, but as I said earlier on, because of my teaching and other stuff, so I've not been able to move to where the club is currently.
Dennis Votre explains how terrible life has become for some colleagues of his and hope AshantiGold bounces back quickly.
It's bad for some of them because that was the only channel they could get their earning, their income. That was their source of income. And after that happened, some have families, they take care of children and wives. So when you talk to them and they give you their issues, it's really disheartening and it's disappointing sometimes.
AshantiGold is currently in court with the GFA as they seek for their demotion to Division 2 overturned. But the former AshantiGold supporters chief Otiakente disagrees with the club's management's decision of not playing in Division 2. And hope the club accepts any verdict from court in good faith.
The MP for Basel, Kweku Kwati, promised that he will try to do all what's in his capacity to make sure that he gets some funds so that we will play even Division 2 and hoping that some few years to come, we will come back to Premier. But before we realize, then Mr. Kweku Frimpong has taken the case to court. Once the team has already been taken away from him, and if he decides that he's going to court, nobody can stop him.
But has the punishment meted out to AshantiGold and Inter-Allies kept match fixing in the Ghana Premier League, former board member J.A. Akon believes nothing has been fixed in the Ghana League.
I think that one we should not allow it to happen. So I think people should be punished for engaging in betting. They should look at it critically. If they are convinced, as I do, that AshantiGold by itself was not involved in the scandal, then they've not been fair to AshantiGold.
It's been a year that the people of Obuasi have been football starved after AshantiGold rejected GFA's punishment to play in Division 2 following their match-fixing allegations. The club is currently disbanded. Players and supporters are hopeless. Their match venue, the Linkley Sports Stadium, is wasting away. But the people are hopeful the verdict from the court will bring some revival to AshantiGold and bring it back to life. My name is Betty Yorson reporting from the Obuasi Linkley Sports Stadium.